Welcome to Two Parents in a Podcast. You guys, today we are in Sherman Oaks. Do we call this LA?
Yeah,
we're
Okay.
LA.
We're the Valley.
You can send your mail to LA or Sherman Oaks. It'll still get here.
Yeah.
If you put it on the...
Yeah.
Los Angeles.
How about
Still
that?
Sherman Oaks.
Okay. And today we have two very good guests that we are so excited about. Colton and Jordan Brown-Underwood.
Yes.
You got it.
Hyphenated.
You
Yes.
got it.
Jordan C. Brown.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I saw that on Instagram. I love the C. What's the C
Thanks.
for?
Christopher.
Okay.
You want to know why I use the C?
Yeah?
The youngest person to ever be convicted of murder in the United States of America is named Jordan Brown.
That sucks.
It sucks.
But Jordan C. Brown is an outstanding
Not a murderer.
citizen.
Yeah.
Now Jordan C. Brown, that's our guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And is it hyphenated Brown-Underwood?
We keep our last names are still the same, but our
Oh.
family name, obviously, yes, is Brown hyphen. Yeah, and then
Underwood.
Yes.
Okay. And why'd you do it that way? Because B is first in the alphabet?
I
Do
think
you
it just
remember?
flows better.
Yeah.
We like said it out loud, just sort of similar when you're picking baby names. We like sort of like yelled it and just wanted to
Actually,
hear
I
what it sounds
do.
like.
I kind of remember you wondering which would look better on the back of a jersey.
That too.
I
I was thinking like football wise, like, I mean, obviously it's going to be a long last name no matter what, but like, how is it going to look?
Yeah.
So Brown-Underwood just, I think, is more of like the All-American scholarship potential last name.
And that's important to think about
yeah.
when you're doing
For sure.
naming.
For
Yeah.
sure.
I see it.
Does
Yeah.
Bishop have a middle name? So, okay, wait, hold on. Let me tell the listener this really quick. Why we were so excited about this interview is because their son Bishop was born September 26th,
Yes.
2024.
Yeah.
And Tater Tot, our daughter's name is Tate. She's September
Tot.
17th. So they're a week apart.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
It was, and when I read it, I was like, oh, Bishop's a year older because it was 24. And then I was like, no,
Same.
24.
It's flown
Yeah,
by.
he's 10 months old.
It's wild. But yes, Bishop does have a middle name.
Okay.
And it is Colton. That's our family tradition. So the firstborn gets the father's name dropped to their middle name. So like my dad's Scott, I'm Colton Scott.
Okay.
So that's what
Very
we,
cool.
We decided to keep one of my family traditions going.
We
Yeah.
did, we got like very lucky with this. So similar guys, little different.
Yeah.
We wanted our middle name to have family lineage. And so Tate's middle name is Francis,
Okay.
and her late grandmother, who recently passed away, her name was Francis. And my great grandmother was named Francis.
Oh, that's amazing.
And so like it serendipitously worked out really well. And like I think when we first heard the name, it didn't necessarily click, but like as we thought about it, loved
Yeah.
it. And then serendipitously again, what we just realized is another family member that we each respectively looked up to had the same name.
Oh, that's
So we'll use
So
that
for
somewhere
baby
again.
two,
Yeah,
we already
that's
have
very
that bagged, but we have not told anyone
yeah.
who that family member is. So
we
our
will not be
parents who
telling
missing-
names for number 2 either. We made that mistake the first time.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you say the name?
Oh yeah, and then people had opinions, and we were like, "Why did we say
I
this?"
know.
Because we didn't change.
Well, they say that's why. So we didn't say our name because somebody told me a long time ago she had the name of her kid,
Yeah.
told people, and then would see the look on their face, and it like wasn't. So that
Yeah.
happened to you guys?
Yeah, yeah, oh, yeah. People are like, wait, what are you? That's like a position in a church, or like you're naming him after a chess piece. Like,
Yeah,
We
it
are-
was like that. Or my personal favorite, where I rolled back, would be like, "Well, what do you think about?" And they would give us another name, and we're like,
yeah.
"We just told you what name we're thinking about. Why are you inserting another name for us?"
we have a really close friend who named their daughter Frances, and she goes by Frankie, which I think is so cute.
Can I tell like a funny
Yeah.
Jordan C. Brown
Oh, yeah.
name?
Yeah.
I know a guy, and very nice guy, very successful guy. His name is Jeff Epstein.
Oh,
Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, that's way worse.
That
is-
sucks.
So the perspective that has been a
Yeah,
At least now, if he's emailing people, they know it's not him.
savage but true.
it was just like one of those whoa.
Honestly,
whoa.
though, if you're gonna take digs at anybody in our country
Yeah,
right now,
exactly.
that's the one to like. Well, just give it to him.
Every time like you think that news story fades and it comes back, I just like I
it ain't
think of
going
this
anywhere.
guy who's like done everything right, everything the right way, and
Yeah.
now that's just like
Poor guy.
Brutal.
despite all of his accomplishments.
Poor guy.
I know.
While there are many.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, let's do now. I want to go to intros really quickly.
Oh yes, call.
because we forgot that part. Okay,
Yeah.
so Colton,
Yes.
we know you from The Bachelor,
Yeah.
but now dad,
Yes.
also going to be a host of a new TV show.
Yes.
Do you want to plug that?
Yeah.
Do your thing.
Are You My First is going to be out on Hulu on August 18th. It was an honor to host that show with Caitlin Bristow.
So exciting.
And we have 20 plus virgins for everyone to meet, and we help them date. And it was a full circle moment for me because my virginity was a storyline that I really didn't want to lead with during my Bachelor run. For reasons that are now obvious, like I was struggling with my sexuality, so I didn't really want people to pry into that. And I always found the topic of virginity so interesting because it sort of consumed a lot of the dates and time that I spent when I was dating women. So for all of these virgins to come to one place to date without having to feel that shame or stigma that was going to come up on the sort of similar to sharing your baby name, right? You can share you're a virgin, you could just see sort of the tone or the vibe shift in a date. It's happened to me. So for us to provide this space for these virgins to date without shame, to date without stigma, to push boundaries, just to see how does it feel in a safe way, knowing that other person has something in common with you, was so special. And I'm really excited for America to meet these people. It's going to be great.
Sounds super interesting. Can you share more and totally understand if you can't about the setup of the show? And how
I can't quite yet,
logistically
just
works?
because we
Okay.
haven't fully gone into everything,
Okay.
and but I will just say it was a format that made just a lot of sense,
Okay.
and it's from the creators of Love Island,
Oh,
and so it's the same sort of similar vibe, and one of the best productions I've been a part of. I'm doing a lot more producing these days and creating, and the showrunner Peter Geist is a friend of ours and also just an A+ human being, and really took a lot of pride in taking care of the contestants, which, if you know anything about my story and what I've been through, is the most important thing to me when I sign up to do a project professionally. And just making sure that everybody who came to be vulnerable and to share their lives with America is taken care of during, in between and post show.
yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah.
That's something that I think would be so scary,
Yeah.
right? Because you agree to put yourself out there and then you watch it back and you're like, what
You have to
did they
trust
do?
people, and
Yeah.
that's not an easy. It's not an easy thing to do.
No, that's
So.
I can't wait to watch the show.
It's gonna be great.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, that'll
So
be
good.
Okay, and so
Yeah.
and then you're doing TV producing.
I'm doing a lot more producing these days. Hosting the Daddyhood podcast, which is parenting as well. But I sort of am in a flow, in a really good place in my career where I feel like I sort of now have it figured out. I came into the entertainment industry straight out of football, fell into The Bachelor, did 3 seasons back to back to back. It was sort of like a shock of okay, now what is my career? I don't want to be a typical influencer. I love the entertainment industry. I love being in front of the camera. I love being behind the camera. How do I make this my career?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I have a really good grasp on how to do that now. And I'm really enjoying the work that I'm doing.
That's funny. They say
Yeah.
whenever your family forms and whenever you have the kid, I always thought being a mom would take me away from the career, and I feel similar to you.
Yeah.
I'm okay, everything's starting to come into focus, and it's funny whenever the family piece comes, it all clicks
Yeah.
at one time.
Mm-hmm.
Totally. Yeah. Busy year of our lives.
Big,
for
yeah,
sure.
huge year for you guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Jordan,
Mm-hmm.
are you a political strategist?
Yeah.
Okay, can you elaborate? Tell us.
I'm maybe a retiring political strategist. I've been doing it for 20 years since I was in college. But I've worked on 4 presidential campaigns. Things aren't going great for the Democrats right now. You may have heard.
No, tell us.
And I think it's sort of it's important to me to be part of making our country better because we have a child, and but I also am I need to tap out for a minute, I think.
Mhm.
And so when we had our son, I was sort of surprised because it was right before the election, and it just, as your priorities just really shift. You're like, I don't care about these 3 Zooms right now. I want to be with my kid. And so over the last 10 months since we had Bishop, we have, I think, talked a lot about how to do more together, carve out more time for our family, and sort of reorganize our lives so that, work can be different. His work often looks like him being away for, he just did Traders where he was in a castle in Scotland for a month. So as that kind of thing happens, I would like to be able to bring our family, so we're not apart for 3, 4, 6 weeks.
Oh, like go over there.
Yeah. Or
Oh, that's really cool.
so like being able to work more for ourselves and remotely. We're working on some things together. We're doing the Daddyhood podcast, the season 2, and and have some producing projects in play as well.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
More of a team effort now. Because we were similar to you, where I sort of always joke when we first started dating and then got married that I entertain the world, he helps fix it.
Yeah.
And, now, I mean, he still very much is in fixing things. But I do think there's, for us, there's a role that we can play that is both, where we can entertain America and we can also help just show up for who we are, who our community is as parents and just as human beings.
So we're going to get heavy into parenting, but before, will you tell us mainly this one? He's like dying to know the love story.
Oh, yeah.
You want to take a shot at it? I've told it a few times.
Sure. Okay. So, I mean, it was just the kind of thing that in no world did either of us think that anything serious was going to happen. He had just come out, which, for someone who has been out for a while, like is like the red, like any therapist would be like, what are you doing? Like this person is not going to be ready for like a real, like they need some time.
Mm-hmm.
And I had recently was getting out of a long-term relationship, and we just connected, and we met at his Netflix wrap party. One of my best friends was dating the former Olympic skier Gus Kenworthy, who's one of the most well-known out gay athletes in the world.
He helped me come out. So he was a part of the Netflix project.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And
so he hosted like a mixer for me.
Amazing.
Yeah. And then, he was like, come by and have a drink with this guy. I didn't know who Colton was. I hadn't watched, there are other reality shows I like. I had never watched any of the Bachelor shows. But I showed up and they like tried to get me to like take a COVID test and put a mic pack on. I was like, I'm here for like a cocktail. I'm swinging by there. So I texted my friend. I was like, I'm out. And they're like, come back. You don't have to like do the show part. And I came back and we met, and it was just like, there were 50 people there. And we like chatted for a few minutes.
Yep.
And of course I thought he was the most beautiful person I'd ever seen in my entire life in person. And then we went on a group trip again, coincidentally, over Memorial Day. This was 2021, and like that's when
I will say
it
this
all went down.
In like the highlight part of the love story is it was raining in P-Town, and we were sort of.
It was June, so we had only packed like swimsuits, tank tops, like shirts.
We had to like get sweatshirts and stuff.
We're like, it's the first weekend of summer. Cape
Provincetown?
Cod, Cape
Okay.
Cod, Massachusetts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know.
So
I just figured
it's
it
like
out.
sort of like a gay mecca. Like it's a gay destination.
Yeah.
And it's pouring rain, and we're sitting in the house, like getting ready, sort of pre-gaming to go out. And I'm sort of like a little overwhelmed because there's like, it's my first sort of trip with like a lot of gay men. And he sort of could sense like, okay, like I'm going to just get you out of here for a second. And he took me, and he's like, do you want to go for a walk? And I was like, it was pouring rain. So we go for a walk, and
It was
like,
raining sideways. It was 45 degrees outside.
Oh.
and he kisses me in the rain.
Amazing.
So it was very sweet.
Amazing.
It was very sweet.
And then is the rest history?
Well, the rest is I'm like okay at sports and like exercise type things. I'm like okay, like I can play tennis, like I do I hike. But he was like, do you want to go to my hotel? And I was like, this town doesn't have Uber. There it is. I mean, the kind of rain that you're like a little worried. You're like, is this like is there going to be a flood? And I was like, sure, but like what's your plan? And he's like, let's just run.
No.
Okay, so picture like the worst storm you've ever been in. I think there was even lightning, and it was like more than a mile for sure. Like I blacked out.
Just like a quick little jog.
Cole's like, it'll take us 6 minutes if we do it fast.
He did great. He did great.
Actually, yeah,
He made it there.
it's amazing what you can, your body can do
When you want to.
So
When you
good.
really push it.
Yeah.
This message is sponsored by Greenlight. Do you guys remember summertime as a kid? I do, because I would go start a lemonade stand just so I could make enough money to be able to go to Build-A-Bear, which is where the Greenlight app comes in, because with school out, summer is the perfect time to teach your kids real-world money skills they'll use forever. Enter Greenlight. Greenlight is a debit card and money app made for families that help kids learn how to save, invest, and spend wisely. Parents can send money to their kids and keep an eye on how they're spending and saving. Meanwhile, kids and teens build money confidence and skills in a fun, accessible way that feels more like a game than a lesson, which I absolutely love. Greenlight is the easy, convenient way for parents to raise financially smart kids and families to navigate life together. Maybe that's why millions of parents trust and kids love learning about money on Greenlight, the #1 family finance and safety app. Don't wait to teach your kids real-world money skills. Start your risk-free Greenlight trial today at greenlight.com/2parents. That's greenlight.com/2parents to get started. Greenlight.com/2parents.
Funny enough, we just, on the first kiss topic, on Thursday, we went back to the place where we had our first date and our first kiss.
Oh.
And it's the Balloon Museum. I don't know if you guys have been.
No, where at?
It travels.
It's a
So it was
traveling
in New
balloon
York.
museum.
Okay.
And it was in Austin because it travels.
Got it. Got it.
And they have a massive ball pit, like the size of this like entire kind of building. And it's super dark, with like all the balls are black, and
Swanky.
we were in the ball pit and we had our first kiss. So it wasn't rain, but
A ball pit's a cool place to have a first
it
kiss.
felt right. And
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
it was
you go
off to
for
the
it when
races
it-
from there.
Yeah, when it feels right. But I was thinking that ball pit seemed a lot cooler the first time. The second time I was like, this is like, it's kind of funny when you're in that moment how everything is a lot more like romanticized, and then as opposed to the second time.
Totally.
Like, you probably wouldn't catch us these days kissing in the rain, but like, you're
Yeah, you'd
right.
be like,
in the
"Let's
moment for the first time, it's very
Yeah,
hot.
and now that you're a parent, you're like, what kind of germs are in this ball pit?
Yeah. I was looking at that. I was like, are you guys germaphobe parents? Like, if the pacifier falls on the ground, what are you doing?
Oh, no, just put it back in.
Yeah.
Like blowing it.
That's what we do. Well, we put it in
We're
our
good.
mouth and then in her mouth.
I have a theory that like I don't mind introducing like bacteria to him at a younger age,
germs,
to like
yeah.
germs, so that he can build his immunity system up. I think the bubble kids are setting themselves up.
Our
for-
kid also doesn't like a pacifier. He's just
Right.
like not into it at all. So
Oh, that's nice.
I just want to build the immunity system. So.
yeah, we very much operate
Yeah.
on that mindset.
Germs are good.
I
Yeah.
wish we were like Japanese, because I mean, how chic is it to just like take off your shoes when you get inside and have slippers? And like every Instagram reel I ever see, that's like there are 32 bajillion things on the bottom of your foot every day when you walk in the house, and our kid is like crawling around. But it just feels, for whatever reason, it's like
Yeah.
impractical, or like, you know, then like a package comes and you're like, where are my shoes? I need, you know, so
Yeah.
we've been pretty chill about it. His playroom, is kind of separate and no shoes in there. And that's kind of our compromise.
And also in his nursery, we take our shoes. Like, there's no shoes on his carpet in there too. So,
You guys are better than us.
well,
We're pretty good.
There's no better.
Yeah.
There's no better.
You're right. You know what? Thank you for that.
Yeah.
That's the theme of this. There's no one's doing it better.
There's pros and cons.
It'd be cool if we took our shoes off for the playroom, but we don't get there.
yeah.
To keep the guys, if this was a double date, what I would want to ask now would be, have you been to Japan?
Only once. Yeah.
I have not.
I would love to go back.
I want to take her so badly. So badly.
That's a real bucket list.
Yeah.
And by the way, like,
We've
again,
talked
another amazing like 4-season destination, because you can go skiing there. They have the cherry blossoms.
I want to do the cherry blossoms so
Same.
bad.
Yeah. You're wearing kind of the cherry blossom color right now.
Before having a girl, I wore a lot of neutral colors,
Yeah.
and now I like identify heavily with pink. Oh,
Yep.
You can cut this. I don't know if this is allowed. Did you pick the gender?
No, we've talked about this too.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if we have,
It's
but
a-
it's okay. I don't
yeah.
care.
Okay.
All of our embryos are boys.
No way.
Yeah. So we don't even have be like, well, what are you going to do next? They tell us in genetic testing, like, all of them were boys.
We wanted a girl.
We did want a girl, but we didn't.
But
really
you know, with
have it.
IVF, there's like the gauntlet. You
Yeah.
have like this many eggs that make this many embryos, and then this many are healthy, and this many get sent to genetic testing, and then this many are
I
like.
kept saying through the process too. I kept like, I don't want to play God, so I don't want to try to like.
Exactly. And we felt the same.
So
way.
like whatever was given to us was meant to be, and that's sort of how we operated.
Can we just like go back like one or two steps, because
how did you go from kissing in the rain to fertility?
Yeah.
yeah, but it's
Sort of.
more like we like I'd love to understand what the process
Yeah.
looks like.
Mhm.
2 years.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
from
That's
time
crazy.
and like from the beginning, because this is we were, yeah.
And you guys started before you got married.
Yeah.
Just a little.
Just
we
a
were
little bit.
engaged.
Okay.
We were engaged, and then we got legally married about almost a year before our wedding.
real wedding, yeah.
That's cool.
Because it was when the Supreme Court overturned Roe versus Wade, and one of the justices said, like, we also think that, like, maybe there was like an implication that they would be looking
Giving
at
states
marriage
the
equality
power
next.
to not
So we just
honor certain marriages. So
did it. And California is like the best state for fertility in the country in terms of the laws. It's just the most sort of like, it was a lot of the procedures and stuff were invented here. So but yeah, we were engaged.
So we started the process, took 2 years, about 12 people probably in total that it was on our fertility team, between like doctors, lawyers, nurses, all of the specialists that have to sort of go through it. And then the reason it took longer for us too is because when we first went in for our sample collection, I didn't have any active sperm. So all of my sperm were dead because I was truly baking them because I spent a lot of time in baths, hot tubs, steam rooms, saunas. I worked out more than 4 times a day. I was taking
Not a day.
or 4 times a week,
Yeah.
taking testosterone. So pretty much everything that I could do to kill my sperm, I was doing. So I had to go into sperm rehab for 6 months.
Do you think people know that?
A lot of men
That's how you can
don't.
bake sperm. Like you could, like they.
Sperm's made every 3 months. So a lot of people don't know that either. You just think since like we can make a lot of semen.
Holler.
Sorry.
on.
That you think it's just like full of sperm, but sperm's actually produced every
Takes-
3 months.
Well, it takes a while. Yeah, I thought it was even longer. I thought it was like
No, it's
3 to
about
6 months.
it's about yeah.
But yeah, you can. I mean, that's kind of why you got the balls, you know, because they can go up and down. Like,
I didn't know
they're
that.
had
like
no
trying to
idea.
get away.
Yeah,
I had
most
no
men
idea.
don't. And
From
then
the heat.
after I came out, I did this article with Men's Health talking about my sperm journey. And so many men, including straight men in my life, sort of sheepishly and with shame was like, hey, I'm so glad you're talking about me too. When we first started, for 2 years, we sort of blamed my wife. And then I got tested and it was me. And that's what I always now like to say to people is like, men are 50% of the equation for most traditional for fertility. So if, you know, you're going into your gynecologist and getting ready to do fertility, I always encourage men to go get their numbers tested as well, just so like you have all of the data to like
It makes a
work
ton
with.
of sense.
Wait, so when you learn that your sperm is baked, like it's non-existent, you go into sperm rehab for 6 months, and then
There's no place to go in, but yes.
There's like
I
male
called it
prenatals.
sperm rehab because like it was truly, and bless him, he did not have to. He had 55 million sperm is what I was
Nice.
told. He helped change our life because it was like I enjoyed getting in the hot tub every morning with my coffee. That's how I started my day, and he sort of helped make changes with me to like.
And there's
back.
male prenatals, which a lot of people don't know. So it's like, I even tell people who don't have fertility problems, like my friends who are like, we want to have a baby in the next year or two, like take the prenatals for a few months. It's going to make everything healthier. And it's really funny though. It's called, again, invented in LA by some doctor in Beverly Hills, but it's a supplement called Alpha Sperm.
and you can take it, and that'll help.
It's just pills, yeah. Like
So much sperm.
prenatals that you probably took when you were pregnant.
Yeah.
They have a lot of the same stuff in them, but there's some different things for men.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
it truly is though. It is 50-50.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then that delays the process.
Delays the process, yeah, but all at the same time, you know, we're getting matched with our surrogate and our egg donor, which are 2 incredibly different women, and they were both amazing. And we did the egg retrieval, then we made our embryos, and from our embryos, we, you know, the process. So you sort of had a lot of eggs, and then you get to like a few embryos, froze them, and then we did the transfer. And then I always encourage people to if you're going through fertility and if you're using a surrogate or just IVF on your own, there's this thing called a mock cycle, which they can do basically where they prep your body as if they're going to do the transfer. And instead of doing the transfer, they just run a lot of tests on like how your body would receive the embryo. And it delays it a little bit, and there's a cost to it.
Just by 1 month.
Just by 1 month. But it gives your doctor all of the information he needs to then make sure, or she, the information, ours was a male doctor, but to make the right decision of like how he wants to do the transfer. So just helps with success rate.
Super interesting. And
Yes.
and the egg donor and the
Surrogate.
surrogate.
Yep.
Did you know them beforehand?
We know our surrogate. We do not.
We didn't know her beforehand, though.
We did not know her beforehand. No.
Okay.
We were matched with her.
Okay.
The egg donor thing is blind. Like, she doesn't know who we are. We don't know her identity.
Okay.
We just, you see photos, you see health things, you see family medical history.
We did a Zoom with her with our camera off to like.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And then for the surrogate, you meet them because you're going to be at the doctor's appointments and
At the birth and everything.
yeah. And then the thing that again, like, we have friends going through this now. That is our advice is like the partner of your surrogate is every bit as important. You kind of want that person really on board, and you want, like, pregnancy is, really intense. We've heard, and if there's that added thing of like you're carrying a baby that is not yours, it's like you just want to feel supported. And so our surrogate and her husband were like really, really incredible people,
They were
really
great.
wonderful, building their family too, which a lot of times surrogates are women who have had all the children they plan to have, and they liked being pregnant, or it wasn't complicated for them, and they're like, I want to do this now for other people. We had a different situation where,
And it's honestly why we sort of fell in love with her so quickly.
yeah, they're still building their family, and they're like, we live in Southern California, it's expensive, and like we have dreams for our family too, and like this is a way for us to be able to afford that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Wait, so when the baby comes out, because for me there was like this like very intense emotional connection with the baby like coming out, and it goes right on you.
Mhm.
When a surrogate has the baby, do they hand him right to you guys, or do they hand him to her?
We had a
It's up
birth.
to you.
It's up to you. So we had
It's
a
up to
birth
the-
plan that
Really?
he so sweetly printed out to make sure every single nurse in our birthing center had a copy of our birth plan of like what we were doing, what our preferences were, how we wanted to do it. And one thing that we checked with her is we wanted her to have skin to skin with him
Yeah.
right away.
Just because like he was all she knew for
9 months.
she was all he knew for the whole pregnancy.
Yeah.
I mean, we would like send voice notes that she would play,
To her belly.
and when we would see her, we would like,
Talk
get in there.
Yeah.
But like, it's interesting because there's like, it's this, I always say it's this really weird mix of miracle and capitalism. It's a miracle, like having bringing new life into the world. It's unbelievable. But also there's like a ton. And if you're like us with IVF, there's a ton of contracts and legal stuff. So when you arrive, you're like handing the hospital a court order from a judge that's like, the baby that's born out of this person between this day and this day belongs to these other people. It's a court order. So the hospital, and they're
we
all,
had to make sure all that was in line
Yeah.
before we
if
showed
you're
up to the
doing this in
hospital.
a place that isn't used to surrogacy birth, they're like, what's happening? But in most big cities, and especially in California, they're like, they do them every day. So it's like pro forma. It's not a big deal at all. Yeah. But like the law would be that like the hospital, or like we would have had the right to be like, the baby comes out and like goes to us. And we just were like, we wanted to do what felt right. We had our own room that was right next door to hers. And it was really cool and really nice. We got very lucky, I think, to have like a really beautiful, fast, uncomplicated birth.
That's incredible. Wow. I'm like, I never thought about that.
Sounds very special.
It was.
Is the plan for one kid or more kids?
No, we're gonna be going for another here soon. I mean, we always wanted, because also with IVF we could have chosen to try for twins, and it was a topic that we discussed, but obviously it's more of a risk pregnancy for the surrogate. But then on top of it, we were really strongly adamant that we wanted to bond with Bishop solo before we brought somebody else in too. So, but yeah, we have plans for a big family. So
we want to do 4 to 5. That's our
amazing.
like.
Wow, cool.
We wanna go
Basketball
big.
team.
Yeah,
And that's part of why we love Austin, Texas so much, because Austin is a town that like we find very conducive to large families. And I think it's really cool. Like growing up in Vancouver, it felt like most of the families around us were like 1 to 2 kids. And it feels like when we are friends in Austin, the mindset is very much like, go big and everything, works for different families. But right now we're on the
Please
4 to
have 5
train.
kids. Like I always joke that like, the people that have 7 kids are like not the people you want to have 7 kids. Like we need all the nice, sane, cool people who are gonna like be great parents to have
lots of kids,
big families.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, do you guys feel this? Well, no, that's not the question. I was going to derail us there for a second. Okay, this is what I want to ask is about default parenting. Have you heard about the term?
I don't think so.
Yeah, never thought about describing it. Okay, so I don't know how to explain it other than a lot of couples feel like one parent is the default. Like, I know the milk schedule, I know the nap schedule, I get up in the middle of the night.
We have our roles for sure. Like, we know who takes care of what, or who's better at taking care of what. We both take care of like everything, and we can step in. But like, he is the king at his meals. So he started him on solids. We also worked with this incredible nutritionist, Ali Bandier. She was phenomenal. But he made homemade bone broth to do all of his purees, would spend hours on his food.
I'm a trad wife.
Truly would spend hours on Bishop's purees, and Bishop would take like 2 or 3 bites and then be done for when we first started the solids. And I was just so impressed because he spent hours out of his morning and his
Ballerina
days.
Farms.
Love it.
And Sherman,
Love it.
yeah.
So I would call you like the default parent
I'm
when
the
it comes to
food
food,
guy.
for sure.
So you don't have, okay, he's like you, making bone marrow.
Bone marrow butter.
Like
Respect,
it is. Come on. Like I'm hearing
love
this,
it.
and
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah.
like I make her ribs a lot,
Oh,
and like
nice.
she will like chow like
Wait, I have to
massive
show you
beef
a
ribs.
picture.
Love a photo. And the bone feels good if they're teething,
Yes.
which is nice.
Yeah, we
I
give him
like
a
take her to
tomahawk.
Terry Black's in Austin,
Incredible.
and she'll like just chow turkey and brisket and
Yeah.
so
Have you read the book Breath?
No.
No.
Okay.
okay.
All your
That's-
Is it the same vibe or what?
That's the exact same vibe. It's
She hasn't
I'll
got
send
a
it to you
tomahawk
guys so you
yet.
could have it to insert.
That
in.
is
Thank
like
you.
Yes.
So
Thank you.
this is like
Okay,
a
you
good
just
practical.
upped the
I'll
game.
describe it
Yeah.
really quickly for your audience. Breath is this book that basically said we studied cavemen's fossils and they didn't have asthma or crooked teeth. Why? Because they didn't eat purees. They gnawed and chewed on shit. And it expands their soft palate and their upper palate and makes their airways bigger and their sinuses, and they have more room for, like, they didn't need, their wisdom teeth weren't crowded. They didn't have crooked teeth. They didn't need braces. So we are trying to give him as much stuff to like chew and gnaw on as possible for that reason.
do we need to read the book now or is that?
That's I mean, there is a lot of stuff for adults too.
Okay.
So if you have, it's basically like, again, sorry to the authors, because people should read the book, but like the gist is breathing through your mouth is really bad and breathing through your nose is really healthy. And you should do everything to breathe through your nose.
Okay.
And give your kids stuff to chew on.
Do you guys sleep with mouth tape?
My man has every
He
instrument
gets
possible
scared.
for sleep.
He gets, I had mouth tape on one night and he like rolled over in the middle of the night and like gave me a kiss and like really freaked out.
I bet. You're like,
Well,
ah.
and also, once I'm in bed, like I'm out within the first 5 minutes, so I have no clue what he does for like the next 30 to 45 minutes as he like lays there and scrolls and
I
prepares
like read
himself.
books and
I
stuff.
just like, I'll go to bed with him so sweetly sitting there, and then I'll wake up and he has like his breathe right strip on and his mouth tape on, and I'm like, whoa, this is not the same person I went to bed with, but I'm here for it.
So, but you're like, okay, hi, it's a jump
Yes,
scare.
yes.
Do you use that magnet thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have that. And then you have a friend that had like a sleep company that sent us a bunch of like,
Yes.
it's really cool actually. They're like the blue light blocker glasses that I use for like the
He
last
sent
hour
us this
I'm on my
incredible
phone.
kit, and I'll have to plug it for him later. But red light glass, like it just helps, or blue light glasses, it just helps you sort of get ready for bed.
Yeah.
If you're on
That's
your
cool.
phone, you wear the blue light glasses. That's
Or
the
even
thing?
if I'm even
He
if
has
we're
this thing
watching,
too. Look,
like,
and he makes
a
me do it
show.
too. But if you punch your screen 3 times, it takes the blue light out of the
we have
screen.
to set it up.
I mean, I feel like we need these. I feel like we need every.
Like a shortcut.
It's in the disability set or accessibility settings on your iPhone. It takes like 2 minutes, but you just triple click like the side button and
when
it
you're
takes
at
all the
night,
blue light out of your
It
phone.
takes blue light out of your phone so that your brain can shut
It's
off.
a 1 minute YouTube video. You just go how to block blue light from your iPhone. It takes 1 minute to set up an accessibility of your iPhone.
Would that remove the headache you get too from like scrolling? Which I know I should not be over scrolling, but if I'm going to,
I think.
That's
Probably.
also eye fatigue. I talked to a doctor about that as well.
Colton's like, I also had eye fatigue.
I
Then it gives you a headache.
It's unfortunate because, as you know, like he's like, we're spending too much. I'm like, that's my work. at
Nothing
times.
good's happening on the phone. That's why we all need 5 kids, because they'll distract you enough that you're too
I wanna
exhausted to be on your phone.
Garden and chicken, and I want to be in my yard barefoot.
I'm with you.
That's what I want.
What's better than a bowl of cereal? A bowl of cereal that is fueling, you guys, which is why Magic Spoon is the absolute best. Magic Spoon makes high protein, 0 sugar cereal and treats reinvented straight from your childhood. Oh, the nostalgia. I can hear me pouring the milk into the bowl of cereal and then getting my spoon and crunching it. That first crunch, it is so, so good. And the best part about Magic Spoon is every serving of Magic Spoon high protein cereal has 13 grams of protein, 0 grams of sugar, and 4 grams of net carbs. Those are crazy macro statistics, you guys. They come in nostalgic flavors like fruity, cocoa, and frosted. I am obsessed with the frosted. And they make treats. Magic Spoon's high protein treats are crispy, crunchy, airy, and an easy way to get 12 grams of protein on the go. They come in mouth-watering flavors like marshmallow, chocolate peanut butter, and dark chocolate. Both are great on the go, pre or post workout, or as a midnight snack, the best. Get $5 off your next order at magicspoon.com/2parents or look for Magic Spoon on Amazon or in your nearest grocery store. That's magicspoon.com/2parents for $5 off.
We have this incredible thing that I love.
Okay.
And I'm once again just like parents out there that love music and like want that stimulation without the screens. The Tony's box. Have you heard of that?
No.
It's incredible. It's this little music box and they have characters that have like probably like a chip in it and it's magnetized. So you can take different, so like we have a Lion King one and a Winnie the Pooh, and when you set it on the box, it plays the soundtrack.
But it also reads the story of the movie.
But also reads the story midway through. So like we have all these characters. We have a Cars collection one. So like
Unbelievable.
it plays like Life is a Highway, and then it plays 3 songs, and then it goes into the story of Cars. So he could sit there and play.
By the way,
listen.
I had a moment where I like burst into tears like 2 days ago because we always do this for him. We get the little thing and we put it on, and then I walked in and he was sitting there with his nanny, but he took the one off that he didn't want to hear anymore and put one on, and I was like, I'm not ready for this. Like,
When they do something
unbelievable
like
how
that,
fast that happens too. It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Like, I thought you couldn't move.
yeah.
I know.
You're like,
he's like a boy now. Like he sent me this video, and I was out of town recently, and he sent me a video. He took him to the park, and he's eating an apple by himself with a backwards hat, holding his sunglasses in one hand, and just like chomping on the apple. I'm like, you are a 3-year-old. What what is happening to my 10-month-old baby?
yeah, you were just like a fresh little baby, and now is he crawling?
Oh, he's standing up. He just got him a rock wall gym with like.
Shut up! I can't.
So
I think that we're gonna have the kind of kid who like crawled early and walks late because he's so good at crawling. He's kind of not that interested in walking.
He moves. He scoots.
What about Tate?
She's crawling, standing up, clapping,
Cute.
and trying to take steps. So I don't know. It all happened like 1 week. We went through a sleep regression. We like weren't sleeping, and then one day it was just like crawl, walk, clap, yell.
Was she teething?
Yes.
That's what we had too.
B's teeth just fully came in too.
He's huge teeth.
You guys call
How
me.
many?
Yeah.
You
He
call
has
me.
these 2, and the 2 top teeth in the middle, and the 2 bottom teeth in the middle.
Okay.
Precious.
And they're big.
They
I
are
love
big.
it. It's so
We
cute.
just have the 2 little bottom. Hold on. We want a rock wall. We saw
Oh,
a video.
yes.
And he wants to put a rock wall, right?
Did you take a picture of
so
that?
You were
badly.
talking about it nonstop.
Yeah.
But I'm talking like a rock
we don't have
climbing
that.
wall.
We don't have that. So what we have is
Because we think we're gonna move in the next year or 2, so I didn't want to like.
it's an
Do it.
it's an
We got like
arch.
a baby gym.
Yeah, it's a baby gym.
Okay.
But then we can move. It connects, so you can have the angle, and there are like little.
Yeah,
slots.
there's like a ladder.
This
and a
morning I worked
thing
with him
and-
on it, and he bear crawled up. I put it on a steeper elevation and was there for him, and he bear crawled up and then grabbed. I always set something that he wants up at the top, so he knows like to go up and get it.
I'm gonna need the 3 links: the going to sleep blue light,
Yes,
the
Tony's box.
music box, and this little gym. Like
Did
We
you
got
get that
yeah.
off Amazon too?
Which one?
The little play gym.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to get that.
Everything.
we're very committed to her. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
We're very committed to her playroom right now and getting that thing
Yeah.
just like set up to.
And you're gonna be in your house for a while, so you can like, yeah. See, that's what.
Do you want to tell? Do you want to tell them what B's playroom currently is?
our bar?
No.
We were
We
so
spent
as we
so
were
much money
designing
making
the
a cool
house.
bar.
Our designer walked through and was like, I want to make this chic bar. And we're like, great. And then he goes, and by the way, when you have your kid, it'll just be his playroom. And we're like, yeah, right.
It
Like,
was
this is
so
our
pretty.
bar.
It had like
And,
this cool hidden wine fridge with like wood
It's
paneling.
beautiful.
And like,
it's his playroom now.
is this?
And like, we have to like squeeze in to get our bottles of wine.
You're like, excuse me.
Yeah.
It's his.
Go. You. I know you have so many.
Well,
like,
I guess so. Do you do screen time ever?
We haven't. I feel like we're realists about it. I mean, I know we talked a little bit before we started about like photos of your kid online, and it's like I feel like we have no clue how much our lives are about to change because of AI. It's we can't even imagine, right? And Chat GPT is already like at this insane level. It can basically function as your assistant already. It's like doubling in power every like 6 months.
Yeah.
It's going to be part of their lives from a very young age. And like whether it's a screen or a wearable, it's like, I don't know, like to me it's like you either have to opt out of like modern life or you're going to have to do some give and take. And so I feel like we're going to wait as long as we can.
Like, I'll say this, during football season, he'll probably sit and watch a game with me. Like, he's already watched a little basket. Like, when I have it on, it's not like I pull him out of the room because the TV's on. We don't like lead with that ever.
We've never handed him a device to like watch something that's for him.
Yeah. So we have a different definition of screen time. So to us, screen time is iPad time.
Oh.
Versus TV on in the background.
Yeah.
We don't think anything of.
Yeah.
But sorry, I kind of cut you off there.
We don't know. I guess that's the answer, is we're going to do our best. And of course, we don't want to give him a ton of devices, but I do think we travel a lot. So I want to be real about this. I would much rather him watch a movie.
I don't think he's interested in it yet.
He's
for
not.
one thing. He's like too little, but like, and we have some of our friends who we think are the best parents. That's how they deal with it, is like at home, there's nothing. And then when they're traveling, they get to watch stuff.
And they get their devices.
Yeah. I think that's very much aligned with how we're thinking about the world. It's like, hold off on it as long as possible. It's inevitable. It's going to be part of their lives.
Yeah.
Just how do we have it as part of their lives in as healthy a way as possible?
Have you guys heard about Coco Melon?
Yes.
The way they design it though?
No, we play Coco Melon playlists.
Coco Melon has its own
A
character
Tony's
on the
box.
Tony's box as well.
Okay, I'm going
wait.
to tell them. I'm going to tell them this the thing. Because, okay, so we're like you guys in the sense of haven't done it yet, know it's going to happen one day, but like obviously trying not to. And in terms of AI, like that's very, like I think we think very similar.
Yeah.
So what we were looking at is like when we do screen time, what's a good way to start? And what are they doing these days? So somebody sent us the study about Coco Melon, which was, and listen, Coco Melon like comments on my videos and like I love them, but
Yeah.
I am about to just not do them no favors. They lined up 100 kids. They put Coco Melon on one screen, and on another screen they put somebody just doing regular house tasks like washing dishes, doing the laundry, and they monitored the kids. And anytime any of the kids looked away from Coco Melon over to the basic house tasks, they marked it. And they went back and they changed that part of the TV to make it more flashing lights, louder, so it would be more addictive. And that's why whenever parents take away modern day shows, sometimes the kids act out because they crave it. And so was
like little addicts.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Then when we posted that, one of my best friends messaged me, said we had to stop doing Coco Melon because tantrums would follow it.
Huh.
And they say a lot of, so like watching a football game, for example, or an old school cartoon, or even like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days was a movie I was watching one day, and she kept turning towards it. And I was like, I think some of those things are fine because, you know, like we watched cartoons.
Because it's Kate Hudson's best work.
And because that yellow dress was awesome. Then
Incredible.
It's like fine if she watches that. But I thought that the way that they're designing TV nowadays, I just thought that was really interesting.
Well, same with Miss Rachel, by the way. There's been studies psychologically of like why she uses the high tone and with her voice and how she's so expressive. Like some of that is good for kids, but there is a psychological factor of creating this addictive pattern for the kids to want to tune in more and ask for it.
Yeah. And so what we're experimenting with is like, what is it like if he has some like music going, but there's not the visual part?
We're also good. He's really, really good at being in tune of like, he's had a lot of stimulation today. Let's give him some quiet time. Like, let's take him to his room. No music, no white noise. Like
we try to never interrupt him when he's doing something. Like if he's focused on something, we don't just like pick him up and move him. Like we'll kind of wait till he's done.
Yeah, we let him do his
But
thing.
also like we have to acknowledge, I think, like we work from home. So he has a nanny and that helps us do some of this stuff. So like I have a brother who has 5 kids and awesome parent, you know, but like works outside the home and like I think has a different approach to like sometimes they're like, I need a second to myself and like the kid's getting an iPad.
Totally.
And I'm like, that's fine.
Yeah.
No question.
And I I feel like kid 1 versus kid 2
Yeah.
very well could just be a total night and day.
Yeah, kid 5, it's like, here's a grilled cheese. Good
Yes.
luck. Yeah.
Yeah, like this is a French, like this is McDonald's, and
Yeah.
we're making bone broth for the first one.
Exactly.
Total, and then like here's an iPad, and like mom does need a break, right? It's like that. I'm really glad you said that because we are both on baby 1, both with nannies, and it's like that does make our job. We're blessed.
Someone once said to me, and it's helped me a lot when like we're traveling and I have to give our kid something I wouldn't normally, is like, your body's not a temple, it's a truck. Treat it right most of the time and it's going to run just fine. And I'm like, that's how I want to approach it. Like, it's not going to kill anyone if you eat fast food for a weekend when you're like visiting your grandparents.
I like that.
And you know what trucks can do? They can go over potholes and they can hit curbs.
A Bicker of the week.
Our number one bicker right now as a couple is around the car.
Oh, it's the same.
And is around like I guess my spatial awareness when I drive like isn't the best, where we kind of pull into our driveway and I hit this rock apparently every time. I don't feel the rock. Like I do not feel the what would you call what I hit?
A rock.
A rock. But it's like a boulder type thing.
But you drive a truck.
It's like an SUV.
Yeah, you're good. I have a Defender. Same. Those were built for that.
We have a Range Rover. No, Colton,
Which, by the way, our
Colton.
Bicker of the week is the exact same. So
Really?
We got in I mean, it's
the only time we fight.
I'm evil in the
like
car.
we are very insane. Like I know that people are gonna roll their eyes. We really truly do not fight outside of the car.
But
the only time we come for each other is in the car. And I should say this when I'm driving.
Because I'm a really good driver.
No, same. Like there's no other way to put it besides like I'm a good driver.
Something that, I use my signal.
So your Bicker of the week is driving?
It is our bicker of our relationship and our life. Sometimes we're both just like, I'll just drive. And I usually just drive because I'm like a nightmare when I'm a passenger while he's driving.
He also does this. He sits in the passenger seat and I'll be like scrolling and they'll be like, babe. And I'm like, you're watching your phone. Don't look you can't just look up and yell at me.
Brake lights. Do you not see them?
The biggest. So
that's my pet peeve is when that happens.
Yes. Like don't just jump in at this. Where I shot myself in the foot was, okay, so you have the Defender and I have a Range Rover Sport.
Yeah.
And I did this whole pitch about how I needed it because it can go off-roading and like it's just a really good car for Texas. And then like he hit a pothole in it one time. And I was like, yo, you're going to throw the alignment off. And he was like, dude, it's an off-roading car. And I was just like, talk about a backfire of my own argument.
Yeah.
So the pothole, so our bicker was, well, I'll ask you. So when you see a pothole, should you swerve or should you just hit it?
Oh, I would say swerve for a pothole if it's like if you can quickly look in your mirror and you're not going to hit another car. But they say don't ever swerve for animals.
Right. You have to.
But for a pothole, like, I mean, depending on where you live and how good the roads are, like you can seriously fuck up your car.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have seen the potholes, so I'm rolling all over it.
These are bad drivers. They're just hitting. Yeah.
I thought like we were more kind of like minded with like the whole AI commentary and some of the other stuff, and now I'm coming back in on.
Yeah.
Like
I can teach you how to drive.
Here we go. Thank you. He needs it. It's like so.
By the way, our kids will never learn how to drive.
You don't think?
No.
We talk about this all the time
Absolutely
on here.
not.
Okay.
They will never get a driver's license.
That was my prediction 3 episodes ago.
Oh, really?
So you think it'll be autonomous?
By the time they're in kindergarten.
Do you think you will still buy them a car, though, that is autonomous and they will get
buy
in
a membership or like some sort of service that...
I think it depends where you live.
Yeah.
You live in a big city. You order like, today I need a truck and it comes. Today I need a taxi and it comes. Today I need a minivan.
I'm somewhat like a little bit of a prepper. Like that's also why I'm looking at some land right now, because I'm like really invested in building a cool tech safe house that like, and I'm going to have some trucks there. So, like I want to like prepare so that I can take care of my family if I need to.
Love it.
Not like The Last of Us style.
Sort of.
Oh.
I mean,
no, that's what I have in mind.
I'll handle that. But like, yeah, if like there's a fungus coming for us, I got us. So.
You're going to like lock down.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I just want to be able to take care of my family no matter what. And I think city infrastructure is not going to be the place to be when AI takes over.
Totally. But do you guys like AI?
I think it's really a great tool to use.
I met this really amazing tech futurist recently, which I think is such a cool job. Her name is Sinead Bovell. She's on Instagram. And she said, if we can get through the next 10 years, the world for like your kid is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
And that I do agree with that. Like there's going to be shit's going to break. The US and China are in like an arms race for this. And so no one's going to slow down to test safety because if we slow down, the other side's going to pull ahead.
Yeah.
And so definitely there are going to be some kinks, I think, to put it lightly.
The thing that I read is the rate at which ChatGPT and AI is learning and teaching itself. It like we're ahead of other countries right now, and if we stop to do regulations and stop to put guardrails up, they'll surpass us. And then like, what's the point of us even stopping if somebody else is just going to get there first? So the rate that it's teaching itself is so insane. Like, I mean, did you guys use ChatGPT when it first came out?
Yeah.
I think he's an
for
early
the past,
adopter.
call it 18 to 24 months.
So like now, same, right?
Yeah.
And then like now when you do it, it obviously learns from how you used it.
Do you talk to it?
Well, have you? I recently asked it to write a letter to my younger self to understand how well it knew me, and it nailed it.
Yeah,
I get really
Scary.
nailed
Do
it.
you do the thing where you talk to it? Through the app?
When I'm walking,
Yeah.
I will
To me, that's when it blows
use
me
the
away.
voice side of it, but I use it for like a lot of more transactional things. So we've been redesigning our house, and its use for that is amazing. Our business, our legal fees as a company are probably down 70%.
Wow.
Because there's so much just like layer one work that it can do. Obviously, all the big stuff, like medium to big stuff, still goes to our lawyer, but all the just kind of like scan this document and so on and so forth we
used it recently for like we're like, here's a PDF of everything we fed our baby over the last month. Design his menu for the next month using this approach and create a shopping list by week.
And they made us a meal
A
calendar
PDF within
and a weekly shopping based
10
off
seconds.
of how long the ingredients can stay good in a fridge.
Incredible.
That's a really good thing to do.
So
Yeah,
it just
totally.
made our life like that much easier.
Typically, you don't associate speed with quality. For example, you don't go to a fast food restaurant expecting to have a sit-down gourmet 5-course meal, do you? Because, well, they're not the same thing and the expectations are different. But there is an exception to this unwritten rule. If you're hiring, you can find candidates fast who are extremely qualified for your job. Just use ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/Alex. With ZipRecruiter's advanced resume database, you can proactively find and connect with qualified candidates in minutes, so there's little waiting. Want to meet with a standout candidate? You can unlock their contact info instantly, which I know is what a lot of us want. There's 320,000 new resumes added monthly, which means you can reach more potential hires and fill more roles sooner. Experience hiring speed and quality with ZipRecruiter. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And if you go to ziprecruiter.com/Alex right now, you can try it for free. Again, that's ziprecruiter.com/Alex. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Okay, I want to ask you about, we flip-flopped on sleep training. We did sleep train, now we don't. When he did it, it was too hard on me. He and Chat sleep trained our daughter together, and he would respond and he'd be like, okay, she woke up again. And then it would respond and be like, it stayed up with them all night long. And it was like, you must be really tired. I'm thinking of you right now, but you should go check on her and just rub her belly, but keep her in the crib. It was unbelievable.
Great job, Dad.
We splurged, and I will say this: it was
That's amazing.
a luxury splurge for us. We hired a night nurse for the first 4 months, and it was a game changer because once again, we both work from home, and we cannot be our best selves, and also we can't be the parents that we wanted to be throughout the day for him if we were getting up every other hour. So for the first 4 months, and she helped us sleep train him. So that was what was worth every penny.
See, we did a night nurse.
We somehow messed this up.
we like that.
Got it.
But we did it for the first
3 months.
3 months.
Okay.
And she slept great.
But here's the difference, right? The night nurse comes in and wakes you up to breastfeed. No?
Yeah.
Okay. So like we didn't have that. So like we could peacefully sleep through the night with our night nurse there.
They slept through the entire night.
Entire night. That's the difference between for us.
Yeah. But then Bishop was just completely sleep trained?
No,
No.
for sure not. Like
He had a regression 2 weeks ago.
yeah, and we always just feel like once you feel like, oh, I learned my baby, they change.
Totally.
So like for 2 weeks, he would sleep through the night, and then for 2 weeks, he would wake up at 3 a.m. every night.
Last night was 7 to 7:15.
Amazing.
that he slept.
Mm-hmm.
That's unbelievable. Is that most nights?
No,
No.
When he wakes up, what do you do?
it really depends on
Depends
what
on
the
the
cry
cry.
sounds like.
Yeah.
Different cries.
There's different cries.
Yeah.
There's really different
We've
cries.
learned like his cry where he'll be like, just give him 15, 20 minutes. He'll put himself back
Or
to
change
sleep.
his diaper. Like we went up a size in the diaper because like his diaper would get wet, and it would be like an annoyed cry of like, change my diaper.
Which once again, I'll swear by these coterie diapers.
Yeah.
Like, were really important for sleep training because
Oh.
it keeps the moisture off of the skin.
So Alex just told me this.
What? Oh, your
I
business
didn't
partner,
re-
Alex, not me.
We didn't. Sorry,
what?
my best friend and business partner is also named Alex. It's very confusing.
I was
So
like, I didn't say that.
we haven't paid attention to diapers at all. It's very much been like whatever shows up.
Yeah.
We've been using and it works. And then I didn't realize like this was a thing. And one of the big differences between coterie and like Pampers is how well it holds in the.
It pulls it behind another layer. So like other diapers don't have this film layer that helps keep the baby's skin dry. It just has the gel or whatever, it absorbs it and keeps the moisture on the skin.
So maybe it is like worth it. I'm a pretty like, we have 2 diapers left. I'll DoorDash them.
Yeah.
And they don't really have coterie. Not
They
that
don't. Yeah, you have to get them from like Erewhon.
Or you could do a
something out here.
subscription.
That's what I'm saying.
A
I need
monthly
to just do
subscription.
that. I need
Yeah.
to commit and do it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's worth
we definitely have made mistakes. Like around 6 or 7 months, we were doing a dream feed, and then we stopped it, and so then we would travel, and he'd get home and he'd wake up and be like, just give him like a bottle.
We made
And
that mistake a
then
few
he
times,
like
too.
wants the bottle at that night at the same time every night, and we're like, God, we're so dumb, because we wanted him to go back to sleep in that moment, and like
It was easier just
instead
to
of
throw
biting
a
the
bottle
bullet
in
for
his
2
mouth,
nights.
Right.
give him 4 ounces and put him back to sleep. He would learn that, if I cry in the middle of the night, I can get fed more. And then he would start, like, we'd get there and our nanny would be like, he's playing you. And we're like,
Yeah.
oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're
He
like,
can
no.
sleep
We're like,
through
yes,
that.
he
He doesn't need
is.
food.
We just didn't want to admit it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're in an interesting phase right now. Does Bishop do the Eeyore where you wake up and he's slumped over crying, sitting up like this, like Eeyoring over in the
Oh.
crib?
No, he, like, this morning, he played in his crib for 20, 30 minutes before
But
we
like
came
he'll
in.
do.
We got a different kid.
We're just
Yeah.
He sleeps with his butt up, which is really cute, and he,
He
tucks
puts
his arms.
He tucks his arms under and he sleeps
himself
his
and
forehead
so
down,
good.
butt up.
She does that. It's so cute. They say that means they're cold, but it doesn't.
Yeah,
but
right.
Cold is better for them to sleep longer. The colder you keep the room.
They're well researched. These two.
I know
Well,
we
no,
see
we
that.
just-
We see that. We make
He's
the room
making
really
it sound
hot.
like we have our shit more together than we do. I think.
No,
Like,
we've learned a lot, though. Like, we've made a lot of mistakes.
No, but
And
that's what I like
He
though.
sleeps
Like,
Yeah.
through the night like 4 or 5 nights a week, and then like we're in there for 2 or 3 nights a week. I would say is like where we're at right now. The last couple.
He's a night person.
we're 5 to 2.
Yeah.
If you
5
have
nights
a,
a week, 2 nights a week, or we're up.
if you have
Yeah.
a good friend having a kid next week, what is the number one recommendation you would give them for the first 12 months of?
First
Oh,
12
wow.
months. We have a few friends who are currently pregnant and or like going to have babies very soon. We've been asked for our registry. So we've shared our registry pretty openly with our friends. We just got asked for our birth plan, which like is specific for everybody. Like they're having a girl and we had, obviously to put like our decision on circumcision on there. And so like people will change things, but they
your
liked,
number one.
like they liked helping. I don't know if I have just like a number one because
I have
like,
one that's gonna sound like a throwaway, but I actually think it saved us. Wash your hands 32,000 times a day, and everyone who approaches your house, wash your hands. Because we were scared of like RSV because the time of year that our kids were born, but like we just were really obsessive about hand washing, and then we were able to keep him from getting sick.
and with our pediatrician, we had the discussion for vaccines, which is always like a hot topic, of if you can protect his environment. And you could like, if you're there and you're not just dropping them off at a daycare,
And you
people
don't
are
have
coming in,
and they don't have an older sibling.
and they don't have an older sibling, you can hold off on some of the vaccines, which everybody's going to have to make the decision that's best for their family. But like, that was something that would like the reason why we had sanitizer in every room is
Yeah.
because we made the decision to like
First kids are different.
look out for them.
Yeah.
Totally. Totally. We talked about vaccines somehow, like ideally sometimes you would delay one and not overwhelm their system, and how there's like so many different. I think what. Well, I was just gonna say I think we're all for alike, and like we do a lot of research, and we don't necessarily just follow norms that are that other people did, and we just try to like see truly what works best, which I think is cool.
Try our best.
Yeah.
Try our best.
What would your number one piece of advice be?
I don't know. What's yours? I didn't know you were going to ask me this.
That embrace how different everyone's process is. And if you try and follow, one specific method based off of one book you've read or one friend you talked to, like, chances are what you experience is going to be really, really different.
Yeah.
And so like just lean into your own unique experience.
Yeah.
Because, whether it's how they physically advance and crawl versus walk, or their eating behavior, their sleeping behavior, like there's so many different processes and methods that work and have created really amazing children and teenagers and adults. And so, just general openness, and not putting too much pressure on yourself to do things a specific way.
Yeah, I like that. I don't know. I kind of want to say, I don't know.
We can use my answer for both
your
of
answer
us.
can be
I'm
both.
using his answer for both of us too. So.
Okay, great. We'll just
Colton
co-sign
did
to
it.
them. Okay,
Right.
can we play our game?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, you two are getting the blindfolds. And it's like, have you
I
seen?
have the black one.
We're just going to ask you who does X, and then you're going to raise your hand.
Okay.
And I'm going to whisper into the mic for the listener which one said what. There's 9 of them.
Okay.
We can keep these after, right?
Colton.
This is gonna be so fun at home.
Real trust here, by the way. If someone I just met asked me to put on a blindfold, I appreciate the
There's
the
cameras, they
openness
know.
here.
Right. When
Okay.
you've done as many reality shows as me, you'll sign up for anything. So,
Colton's like, how bad can it be? It's
Yeah.
fine. Okay, who washes more bottles?
Okay.
Oh, I see. Wait. Okay, I see how we're doing it. Okay.
So
Yeah, I like
just,
that.
Okay,
you
okay,
point
no,
to
that
each-
was good. No,
you
the
want
way
us to
you did it
point?
was good. You were on the same
If it's
page.
you put up the hand. If it's
Okay.
the other person, you point to them.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I don't want to whisper who it was. I think they heard me.
But they'll see.
Okay, who changes more diapers?
I think we tell them that they
Okay, they both raised their hand. okay,
one
that's
for
right. I'll
two.
just say it out loud. Okay. Who worries more?
Okay.
Jordan. They both,
2
collectively.
for 3.
Who wakes up in the middle of the night? We know that's now Jordan. We answered that. Who gives more kisses? That can be to Bishop or each other. Just in general, who's the more kiss?
I feel
It's
like
like a mix,
50-50.
50-50, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Who do you think gives more kisses in our relationship?
You. Who?
I probably do 500 a day.
To everybody. You give them to Tate too. Who plans the date? Oh,
Wow.
They
You
said
each
each
said each
other.
other.
Oh.
Yeah, interesting.
Wait, the day or date?
The date.
Oh,
Oh, okay, Colton.
I plan a lot of our dates.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you're
Sorry, I thought you meant,
responsible
like,
for
day.
like booking. Okay, hey, Thursday night we're going on a date, and then
Yeah.
choose what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's the more strict parent? Oh, Jordan. Yep. Okay. And last one, who's the better driver? And we already know that it's Jordan. Okay, done.
That was
Good
very
job.
well done.
I think you got all. They all. Was it worries more?
Or
No,
we had
it
one-
was the second one.
Oh, the diapers one that we
Oh, yeah, the
disagreed
diapers.
on. Yeah.
Well, because I wake up in the morning.
Yeah, you do.
And typically,
I
he's
would-
a morning pooper too. So like, I'll change him from like the wet night, and then all of a sudden, like, 30 minutes later, it'll be his first poop of the day.
The morning poo.
So I got 2 diapers down before he's, really
Yeah, I mean,
coming
I
out.
guess it's, there's like, 6 or 7 a day? Like, we both change a lot of diapers. Yeah.
We're 90-10. He's just a diaper ripper. Okay, let's wrap it though while we're live.
I do have one or two other just like non-parenting questions based off things that have come up. Football's come up a couple times.
Yeah.
So you grew up playing football. You spent time in the NFL.
Yeah, 17 years I played football for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very long time.
I'm actually getting inducted into my college Hall of Fame this fall.
Congratulations.
So, thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's
it's
awesome.
An honor. It's an honor.
That's
And
huge.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So is football something that you want your son to play?
Well, a funny story. I'll be quick with it because I know we
Yeah.
have to wrap. But at our wedding, right before we're getting ready to go to like the welcome party night, he's like, I don't think I want our kids to play football. I was like, okay. Like, I didn't really want to have that conversation right then. But I was like, they're fine. No injuries. Anyway, fast forward, my college football coach is speaking at our wedding open night. And
He was so funny.
he was hilarious. But he looks right at Jordan. He goes, Jordan, make sure that you're taking care of the finances and making the important decisions in the house, because I've seen how many times this man's hit his head and he's not going to be okay. And I was like, no, why did you have to say that?
So
Good timing.
It will be a discussion. I hope AI comes out with some great new helmets that limits concussions.
I hope he plays tennis, because who doesn't love going to like a tennis match?
No contact.
Yeah, it's so fun.
They don't have names
Great
on the back of those jerseys, so
That's where I figured we were playing
I
football.
want a
was
team sport.
The name of the last name on the back of the
Yeah.
jersey.
Yeah,
okay. So kind of an agree to disagree moment.
yeah, probably. It's a to be determined.
Yeah. Also, I think if he wants to, I would be way more apt to like, think
Yeah.
about it. If it feels like he's not that into it, I feel like it's an easy decision. But if he's like, I really want to play football, then it's
Yeah.
like, we, probably have to figure it out.
Yeah, that's cool. Just see what comes. I like that it's not a hard no, hard yes. Fluid. It's fluid.
Yeah.
It's a fluid
Yeah.
answer.
Fluid situation.
And then you mentioned all the reality TV show you've done.
Yes.
Or all the reality TV you've done. What is your biggest learning from all the time spent
Oof.
on reality TV shows?
I think for me specifically,
Yeah.
I think people have to remember, like, I was very much in my mid-20s when I first started doing that, and I was growing up in front of, a lot of America and making decisions that maybe, like, they didn't always understand. I think for me, I had to understand that not everybody was going to sign off or like you, and it's not, like, anything personal. It's just sort of, like, that's, like, the state of our country right now, and I've had to, like, really just get thick skin and learn how to, like, let things just sort of go.
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, I mean, my career, my personal life, everything's evolved from the moment I started. I think I started at 25. I was just getting out of the NFL, so 24, 25 when I first fell into reality TV. So yeah.
And would you do it all over again
The same way.
the same way?
Not the exact same way. I'm not going to lie.
But at like 24, 25, would you dive back into
Yeah,
reality
because
TV?
I'm going to go to my grave saying this. I probably would not have come out if it wasn't for like the Bachelor process. Like
That's
there
cool.
are a
Wow.
lot of straight men who are unfortunately married to women and
a lot of
have,
gay men.
a lot of gay men who are married to women and have families and are living a life that is not authentic and not what they really want it to be. And that very easily could have been me if I didn't have sort of the push that I had, but then also just the COVID. I mean, it was a perfect storm for me to come out. And I think that's something I'll always at least be a little bit appreciative of and find the silver lining in things.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would definitely change a few things, but
Of course, as we all would.
overall story arc, like I love where my life is, and I don't know if I would have been here without that.
Yeah. No, that's amazing
Yeah.
and really powerful. It's something we were talking about yesterday in the car around what would we do differently.
Yeah.
And it's like, of course, there's a lot of decisions that we would have liked, like from a micro perspective, to
Totally.
have done a different way. But we're so thankful that a lot of those big decisions and big mistakes that we've made
Yeah.
are ultimately what got us here and
For sure.
living this life and building our families.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Proud of
I'm
both of
I'm
you.
proud of
Oh,
Thank
thanks.
you. Yeah, we're proud of
Both
you
of
guys too.
Thank
You're
you.
crushing it at the parenting.
Yeah, the parenting, I mean, we both
Trying
know how
our
it
best.
feels. Like,
Yeah.
we're both 10 months in, and it's a whirlwind. This morning, I was laughing, like, nothing will be the same, right? Like, I'm not just waking up, getting ready. It's like, this is what it is, and you leave.
Yes.
And it's a really cool thing. So,
4 a.m. wake up today with her.
6
Still
a.m.
on.
Austin
because she's
time.
jet lagged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was
Sweet
ready to
girl.
roll.
We're doing Italy trip in September, so we'll keep you posted how that big
With
trip
him.
goes. With him.
Good
Love
luck.
it. Love it.
Yep.
We wanted to do Europe. We were like, we don't know if we can. So I'm glad you guys are because
We'll
we
report
said,
back to you.
But we said the other day, like, you know what? We really like, we have the Europe itch.
Yeah.
So good for you guys for
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
We're
doing it.
Okay. We love you guys. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Two Parents in a Podcast, powered by Just Media House. If you enjoyed the show, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, rate, and review. Stay connected on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook at Two Parents in a Pod. Welcome to our home. Sorry it's so messy. New episodes every Thursday.